In May 2017, a piece of code escaped into the internet and in less than a day forced parts of modern life to a standstill. This is the 2-minute story of WannaCry, the ransomware worm that showed how one forgotten Windows machine can shake the world. It is a normal Friday morning in the UK when hospital staff try to log in and instead see a red countdown on their screens. Patient records are encrypted, operating rooms are shut, and ambulances are suddenly diverted as staff scramble back to paper charts. A German train station with flickering departure boards, an Asian factory floor where production lines suddenly stop, European office buildings where workers stare at infected screens. Each location is dramatically lit with harsh shadows and the distinctive red glow of ransom screens. The camera movements are urgent and handheld, creating tension. At the same time, factories, rail systems, and offices across Europe and Asia start seeing the same ransom message demanding payment in Bitcoin to unlock their files. By the end of that first day, more than 200,000, 300,000 computers across at least 150 countries are infected. Departure boards in Germany flicker, car production lines halt, ATMs and government systems slow or disconnect, all because of the same rapidly spreading ransomware worm. Unlike typical ransomware, WannaCry does not wait for someone to click a bad link. It uses a Windows vulnerability in the SMB file sharing protocol known as Eternal Blue, an exploit originally developed by the US National Security Agency and later leaked online to jump automatically from one unpatched machine to the next. Each time it lands, it encrypts documents and demands a few $100s in Bitcoin on a ticking deadline, threatening permanent data loss if the victim does not pay. Then, something unexpected happens. A 22-year-old security researcher analyzing the malware notices it repeatedly trying to contact a long, nonsensical web domain that does not exist. On a hunch, he registers the domain for the cost of a cheap lunch, and infection numbers suddenly start to level off. Buried in the code, that domain is a kill switch. Once it resolves, new copies of WannaCry shut down instead of encrypting more systems. In the aftermath, multiple governments and cybersecurity firms point to the Lazarus group, a prolific hacking outfit linked to North Korea, as the likely source of the attack. Their goal appears simple: raise money through ransom. But the worm spreads further and causes more collateral damage than any normal cash grab should. Global losses climb into the hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars, while the actual ransom collected is relatively small. WannaCry forces a painful realization. Microsoft had already released a patch, but countless old and forgotten systems were never updated, and those became the open doors. In cybersecurity, it only takes one unpatched box in a back room to light the fuse for a worldwide crisis. And WannaCry was proof that the next fuse could already be waiting.